obviously the one that I'm close to, it's the one that
And you knew first.
I knew first.
Okay.
And you won't share that information with them.
I won't do that. Like, for me, I'm a good friend. Like,
I think
I won't do that.
But don't you think that loyalty sometimes might shift?
Shift to it.
Like shift towards the other person.
Oh, now I'm more.
Yeah. And then your loyalty now lies on that person more than the other. Which it could happen. I mean, you could.
You've just stepped into An Empty Street, a podcast where we casually engage in difficult conversations about relationships, wealth, and health. We are just three curious gentlemen who ask questions almost about everything. And our aim is to find answers from others and within ourselves. We sit down every week to explore unaltered conversations. So let's walk the talk together. And welcome to the Empty Street Podcast. We're rolling
Welcome to the Empty Street Podcast.
Be back.
with another one. It's another Tuesday, man.
Yeah. With another class.
And I mean, I think as we've been doing for the past, 2 episodes? 3?
Yeah.
Three now, we haven't been rolling with just us alone, you know.
Yeah.
We've been having guests.
Yeah.
We've been having guests. So in today's episode, we have Hlengiwe.
My thing said.
Introduce yourself.
I'm Hlengiwe, a Gebenter from KZN, but I stay in Pretoria. So today I decided to join the crew. In Vakashe.
Welcome.
Yeah, let's walk together.
Yeah, thanks for joining us. It's a pleasure. Apart from the weather, what else do you guys think is not going well? Because normally we always want to know what's going good, right?
Yeah.
So I want to know what's not going well. Or what you guys have noticed that is not going so well from your trip, where you were to, like now. You almost like.
Yeah.
Did you see anything that was out the ordinary on your commute coming here? I'm sure there was something that was out of the ordinary. I mean, you mentioned something about Ukjigi.
Yeah.
So I think that's also part of something that is out the ordinary.
Yeah, when I can.
I mean, you would assume you gain access to the union buildings whenever you actually.
But I think it's because of the holidays, weekend or holidays. I don't know.
What holidays? School holidays?
Like school holidays. I think that's why maybe they close on the weekend. I'm not sure. But it also might be that. I don't know. Because why are they?
It's odd, man.
Because later we see show off camera. Last year we came on a Sunday.
It's not like money target market union buildings.
It's like a tourist attraction type of.
And
place.
Tourists maybe are usually free on weekends.
On weekends.
So I understand why they locked us out.
It doesn't make sense, honestly.
Maybe they're formulating
new policies. No?
Yeah. Maybe something happened or what.
Yeah, I think something might have happened.
Yeah.
Or maybe they know within a weekend and maybe it gets chaotic inside.
Last time we were there was chaotic.
It was chill.
It was chill. I think Ngali is way more peaceful than it is this side.
But now, as much
very
as it's way peaceful, they're trying to protect that peace.
That peace, nah?
To who, Mara? Inyoni.
But there's also people that
But that's like I wonder.
People are very drunk.
And
it's not safe here compared to inside.
That's what I was saying. It's not safe.
Hey, Mara, we eventually got you.
Yeah, at least the man just running is so safe. So.
Otherwise, anyway, for and how did you find out about us? Since you decided to join the crew.
A friend of mine.
Okay.
Yeah. He told me that they just started this thing on YouTube. if I get time, I can just go and check it out.
Yeah.
Some episode and stuff. And then I was interested, and then I did go and check it out.
Yeah.
And it was very interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. The topic that you guys talk about. Yeah.
What do you think about the podcast?
I think it's good. Yeah, and also for those, because we don't have a lot of information about the things, but so I think because as today the topic that we'll be talking about, abanye abantu they'll get opportunity to get that information a different side. So I think abanye abantu abancane and also laba abancane, because some of us we don't have
access to that kind of information. Can you put it that way? Actually, I didn't think of like.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah. I've never.
It is true. Some of us, abanye abantu they are not interested in kwezinye izinto. But then the information they say the things that you guys talk about.
5 seconds.
Yeah.
So you felt like once you were watching the episode and you felt like, oh shit, I have something to share as well.
Something we might not know.
Maybe
based off your experiences, it's just we share. We just have conversations based off our own experiences. No one is an expert.
And with our continuation of learning as well.
And we just continue to learn from each other as well. So I'm not going to be expert or a professor of any of the topics we speak of.
Guys are professors, but
No, it's a display platform. Like as we said that other time, if our population is 7 billion people, it means that there's 7 billion perspectives about life. So each and every perspective is just important. I can learn from another person. Like it's like that.
We learn from each other.
Hence we have guests. And if you have listened to the intro, it will tell you it's not about us, but it's also about
we sit down every week to explore untold conversations. And then we say, we ask questions.
On?
Yeah?
Ask questions on. Based on. I think it was based on.
Wait. What does it say? What does it say? Wait. We find answers from others and within ourselves.
So I think that part.
That others involve you
as a guest.
And I also like that you guys, you're not judging anybody, you're just talking. At the end of the day, we're different. We do things differently. If I decided I'm living my life in this way, that's how I feel. And
that's yours. That's your own life. But at the end of the day, we should make sure that we put all perspective in the table. Yes.
Never know who's listening and how it can change their life. So, because life is all about relativity. We're always relating to each other people, with other people's stories. So and it's always good to share.
I think also and the step out of your normal routine of living. I think to answer everything. And how is the experience so far? Feels different.
It does.
So that's what we're looking for. Something different that will just change the signals in your pattern. Just give it a spike. One of my spike where we'll go forex, we'll trade it. So just give it that spike. Once in a blue moon, just give it a different type of experience, and then you go back to your normal life, knowing that you know what, I did something different, and you even feel different.
Definitely.
Man.
Manje, when I think you, what would you say about having a mutual friend in a relationship?
Actually, Mina, I don't have a problem because I do have.
What, is he or she?
It's a he.
Yeah, he. So it was from a referral to the person, or you know what I mean? I mean, Guti law or saying Guti is a mutual friend. We were referred to your current boyfriend, or
no.
I think it's the other way around.
The friendship
it's the other way
happened
around.
after.
No, it's the other way around. I have a male friend that I'm also a friend to her girlfriend.
Okay, I get it.
Yeah, but like if seriously, even if it's the other way around, even if it comes to my side, maybe my boyfriend is close to my friend. I don't have a problem as long as they're going to behave. Some people, they are not to be trusted, but as long they are going to behave.
How do you know?
But I mean, that's what we always tell ourselves. We just hope they're gonna behave. But now, people will always be people, right? So, like, okay, let's wait.
Okay.
Before we go there, ne, I just want to ask Uguti, you have a mutual friend, right? You said you're friends with your...
No, she's the mutual friend.
Oh, you're the mutual friend.
Yes.
Okay.
I am.
Okay, I want to ask Uguti, are there any challenges to that?
Actually,
or things that
as
you're
the person,
like...
as a middleman. Yeah.
I don't have any it's the
Everything is
relationship. Everything is smooth. I think if you want this type of a relationship to be perfect, as a friend, as a male friend, you shouldn't tell your business or like your personal.
Okay, your relationship business to that friend.
Yes, to that female friend.
Yeah.
You shouldn't talk more about your girlfriend. Go, my girlfriend is doing this. I shouldn't be a shoulder to cry on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you know
it
what
shouldn't
they
be
say,
like that.
a shoulder to cry on.
It shouldn't be like that. Yes. You see, to avoid that, you shouldn't talk about your girlfriend. No, my girlfriend, this is the problem.
So are you strict when it comes to that?
I'm not gonna say I'm strict, but I always try to avoid such conversation. Yes.
So how do you deal with that? If maybe one, even in the male side, comes with, I'm having this kind of problem, and can you please advise me in the perspective of a female?
I definitely am going to advise, but what I'm going to say, I'm just going to say, in future, I think it's better if you deal with this like this and that. You shouldn't talk about it. I think a male friend will give you a best advice. I don't know. Like, I think it would be better if you're being advised by a male friend about your relationship better than a female.
Okay.
That's what I think.
Okay.
I think
just to pendulum and do sure. But now, what if I should say a male friend will be able to help in that situation?
I think it will be.
Yeah, based on what
better.
you're thinking. Based on what you think. But now, what if the problem is, because if I'm a guy and I'm the problem, then I'll go to another guy and say, yo, I'm the problem. How am I going to solve my problem? But if the problem is not me, and it's the female,
It's a female.
and I want the perspective of a
the
female,
yeah.
you understand?
Okay.
So now it's a different kind of conversation, because now I'm not looking for advice from my male friends, but I'm looking for advice from my female friends, so that she can at least shed light on how females actually think.
But since I'm also friends with her, I don't want to look her with that eye. You go, this is what she does and stuff. That is why then it's better if you don't talk about your girlfriend,
relationship.
about your relationship to me. I don't want to be somebody's shoulder to cry. Like, really, no.
Okay.
No.
So what kind of like friendship then would that then become? Is it just fun? Like, you don't really get to be there for that person during their trying times, and maybe they are at their lowest, and they just need someone to talk to. Do you not then avail yourself for those kind of emotions? Do you cut that out and you're just there as umngani, like umngani something? I have this, I have that, or whatever.
I mean, I don't want to lie. I'm such a good friend. Like, every time when you need me, like, you want to talk about this, you want an advice from this, I'm definitely gonna be there. And even if I see this conversation, I'm just gonna try and avoid it. It's either I ignore it or whatever. But wherever I could help, I will help. But in J, the best way, if you want that relationship to last.
No, don't. What makes the two?
But would you say you're lenient when it comes to maybe to each other? Maybe when it comes to a male side, we say, I make sure they don't talk about their relationship with me. But when it comes to the female side, since they are same with you, you feel like whatever they are talking about is the same thing with you. So would you say you treat them different from
to the male friend?
To a male friend.
Definitely. You know what? I'm not gonna say I treat them different. It depends who I knew first. like I was saying, my loyalty depends who I knew first.
Okay.
Obviously, the one that I'm close to, it's the one that
And you knew first.
I knew first.
Okay.
And you won't share that information with them.
I won't do that. Like, for me, I'm a good friend. Like, I won't do that.
But don't you think that loyalty sometimes might shift?
Shift to it.
Like shift towards the other person.
Oh, now I'm more.
Yeah. And then your loyalty now lies on that person more than the other. Which it could happen. I mean, you could get close more to the female, you know, because you guys maybe have more in common.
You're the
first person.
Yeah.
And then now your loyalties now change, and now you more loyal to the
I think even if now my loyalty changes on the other side, but still, like I won't throw away. It's like no, I won't do that.
Born a good friend. Cheers to that.
Cheers to you.
Say. Some halali say.
But then what would you say the female community as a whole? This one is your own point of view.
Okay.
Yeah.
On what?
On that perspective. Yes. Like most
yeah.
the way my friends, I mean. So I'm sure they have shared maybe a situation anje. So we scenario maybe why which was different from yours.
Oh, from mine.
Yeah.
As I was saying, Uguti, I wouldn't mind if my partner also has like a female friends.
That's your friend.
As long they're just going to be honest with me. I mean, I did experience something like I did allow that. Not knowing kanti sebenza ezabo. That is why I was saying trust.
Yeah.
If you guys trust each other. Yeah. So I'm not saying what others who have experienced. It's something that I've experienced. Yeah. I was friends with a friend. A girl. We're like best. We're very close.
Sure.
She was also friends with the guy that I was dating. Now it's no longer friendship. Now it's something else. Yeah.
Well, the friendship, when I see experience again there, because I remember the situation there. Yeah. It was when was it? It was 2018, right? Whereby I was the mutual friend in Petit, right? And not only the mutual friend, also the referral to this couple now.
So who are you friends with? The guy?
The guy and the girl. I refer the girl to the guy to the girl.
So you knew the woman first?
I knew the guy first.
Yeah.
Then the woman. Then after that, they measure with. Then
kind of link them up.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you're a matchmaker.
Yeah. So now I'm a mutual friend in between. But then at the end of the day, it never ended up in a good terms, because the lady side, she knew me that to a point with it law I cry. As much as I asked me with okay low ganji and was with okay boyfriend like now we ask with this is our friend by whatever man setting now so now you're trying to eliminate in order to make sure with it and make sure with this guy is online and told so mind you we're no longer getting along with the female side, because now she's thinking I will keep on pushing this guy to do this
other things.
Fun things.
So whenever but together it's like
I think sometimes also it depends on the friend, yeah? Like if you're like if your loyalties are in the right place, like then there's nothing to actually worry
about. Like there's nothing.
So, even though you might have your own suspicions. So I mean, we're only human, though. People get jealous, people get insecure and all that shit. But if you know and the person reassures you, but I mean, what's reassurance these days, though?
Yeah.
It can be a reassurance, goddamn.
Sure.
So, but what I'm saying is that like if your friend, the mutual friend, has your best interest, both of you guys, has both of your interests at heart, then that person won't jeopardize your relationship and then go behind whoever's back, and do whatever shady shit. So then it's okay. Nah, this person's loyalties are actually in the right place. It's not everyone that's like that. She just told us now that her close friend.
Yeah. And on like online, social media, ukuthi, hi Chomi, what if boyfriend yake is soulmate yam? Yeah. So I want to hey,
they will say
it's like, it's like, yeah.
And it's funny, I actually saw this other video I saw. So they approached this couple, and then it was a loyalty test, whatever. And then what happens is they go through each other's phones. Okay, the chick is found clean. Open the guy's phone, they search. Hey, now you see this name? This girl is asking, isn't this my friend? Next. Friend, we all around the corner, similar. Now everyone's going there, but I'm key. The girl calls with, show me, come on, so you think God. She doesn't say what's the problem. My camera and all of this shit. You know who my boyfriend is, just like that. Just like that. Like as in heaven. Now the friend is like, wait. When do we talk about this? Good to wait too much.
And I think the problem you should think you look share is like isn't about your partner, my friend. Share like everything. I think you should have. I mean, even with friends, you should have boundaries when it comes to the amount of information you're sharing. Even with your friends, like your male friends or your female friends, like same gender friends, you should have a boundary with okay, I share up until this extent. So that's how
another thing. I don't want to sound bad, but I think in most cases, men or female who don't allow their partners to have like female friends or male friends, it's because when they know what they are capable of. They know if I could do this. So obviously they don't trust you because deep down they know.
So they basically,
if
it's a reflection. It's the same as that thing you would see when someone is busy accusing you of cheating. Just know they are cheating.
Yes. Yeah. If I know I have a male friend and it's clean. Why would I have a problem with him? If he has a problem, it means he knows definitely there's something I can do.
It's either he once did something or
he's capable of it.
That's a very valid point.
But then at the end of the day, he pointed Nceba, I think he pointed valid kakhulu. I want to share information. Especially, I want to know more female friends and just share about your boyfriend.
But they do that.
Yeah.
I mean, amongst each other, they always say, hey, Joe,
and the crazy thing, they do that more than us.
And
it's rare to go to details.
Unfortunately, I don't do it.
Okay, you don't do it.
I don't.
Yeah, but most of it.
Okay, wait.
Let me just say I used to, but I don't.
So but you know what we are talking about.
I know what you guys are talking about. I just realized this is not a good thing. You shouldn't.
It's wrong, total. Because that's why it creates the cravings.
Yes.
Yeah, it's okay Italian. Like in thing you realize problem with it. I mean, it's not to you. And if you're gonna dangle something in front of someone, something they're not having, because most of kuluma about someone that you're with, that's of opposite sex, or even same sex. I could talk about my girlfriend and go into detail. obvious manje
He's not having the same
uzocompare leyo life yakho ukuthi azange experience le nto na experience and then nginishiya niyi-two mina innocently and then you make a move and then
uyabuya ukuthi ikhona into anokumbulala kaso ufuna uka-experience ukutesta le nto leyo
uyabona
so le ndoda ayizozwa yonke
so yeah injalo and even if ngine-female friend and then I share things to that extent and then uyabona ukuthi maybe kanti lo sekanje and then she makes a move on me in a way manje say better lapho
so yeah typical example ile ukuthi as i-friend yakho uma ukhuluma naye nge-boyfriend yakho next thing uthi u-break up ne-girlfriend ne-boyfriend yakho your best friend is there
ifana nale question wobe usende leya question yokuthi is it okay ukuthi udate i-ex your friend yakho?
Definitely it's not okay for me. I would never do that.
Nah.
No,
it doesn't sound good.
No, for me,
it doesn't sound good. Dog.
I mean, wait, you're dating your
ex, your friend's ex.
Yeah. It's messed up, dog. Because it means like no you've been eyeing secretly.
Yeah.
So
that's what I would think. And
there are people who are okay with it.
But no, I think if you respect the friendship enough, you wouldn't.
You wouldn't. Yeah.
Okay, but now this is now off topic. Ne? This is off topic. But what about? I mean, I'm guilty of it, but this was like long time ago.
Yeah.
I'm messed up, and I feel bad for it now.
The fact that you have to.
Yeah, I feel bad for it now. You know, but like dating your friend's sister, like where does that fall under that same conversation?
I think that one it happens,
Yeah.
dog.
Yeah,
Yeah, that one it happens.
So
yeah,
you overlook that one more than dating your friend's ex.
Yeah, your friend's ex is like, dog, you told me everything about
Yeah.
your
And then
girlfriend
your friend was intimate with this
or your
person.
boyfriend, and then and you're like now going back to that, like, what's up, dog?
Yeah, I think
What's
there's
up,
nothing
dog?
wrong with it, but my brother wouldn't allow that. Yeah.
Like dating, let's say I'm your brother's friend, and then I'm dating
Yeah,
you.
he will never.
Yeah.
allow
That's
that.
why I'm
So-
asking, because to me it sounds like it's the same conversation.
I think it's the same
Because
conversation
I
as
know,
well.
Guti, when I did that, things didn't end well for me and my friend. You know, that friendship ended.
Yeah.
So out of nowhere, and we were close.
Nice.
But now the thing was, it's not like I could control what was happening
Yeah.
in that moment. You know?
And
You're in
how
high
long did
school,
the relationship last with the
Close to a year.
sister?
Close to a year, yeah. It lasted quite a long time. Close to a year, you know. And it's not like you can control those feelings. You know? Sometimes it's something beyond your own explanation. Yeah, okay, I'll leave her, you know, because they're not having what you guys are having. You know? They have a blood relationship.
Yeah.
You guys are having an emotional.
Intimacy.
Yeah, it's an intimate
Yeah.
relationship.
Yeah.
You know? So it's on a different scale.
Yeah.
So, I mean, eventually it ended, but we never really got back to being those kind of friends.
You guys didn't talk after, like, ever
Did
since?
we?
Or?
Nah, not like we did.
Yeah.
Nah. So basically, we didn't actually, and that was like grade 10. So imagine throughout high school, now you just have bad blood with this guy up until the trick. And I think even during the farewell, I don't think we actually.
But if you were to look back then, would one allow that?
Now,
Even in the family. Looking back then.
Back then,
Back then.
if we're comparing modern versus traditional relationships,
Yes.
I think back then it was way more acceptable than it is now. This buyer were acceptable back then. Now people have way much more information at their disposal. So they know way more than they did then. You know, now everyone has the rights and all these other stuff. You know? So I feel like I want to are way more opinionated about these kind of things. You know, there's feminists now. There's all of these things. There's equal rights between males and females and all of that.
On
But-
an egalitarian society.
yeah, but answering your question, I do think there's definitely it would have been different back then. Umzali uyanye abe nenkinga. Wala.
Homeless, jobless.
Are you asking how much?
Yes, 50 cents.
Oh, 50 cents.
So where do you sleep?
Outside.
Outside where?
Outside where?
Central.
Central where?
They in Texas.
Sure.
God bless you.
Sharp, man. Have a good day.
It's very fun.
Yeah, well.
Yeah.
So, for me, I feel like it's just the change in generations. Mara back then, I think, I think even Petrus Mutipe and Ramaphosa, they in-laws.
They're in-laws,
Yeah,
yeah.
So, yeah,
So wait, is it Ramaphosa who took
Mutipe's
Mutipe's
sister.
sister.
Yeah, I think so.
Patrick and Nceba were friends before.
Were they friends?
I don't know. Maybe business-wise.
Yeah, because that one time, they
Yeah.
probably know each other through business.
Yeah.
But I think business-wise, and most back then, it was one of those things where if maybe law at least una something and can afford to take it. So
yeah, they would look at it.
Yeah.
So in that sense, that's why maybe it's already.
And then now,
now.
So a comparison I'll make, like back then, so I'll start with this one. This is not the main point I wanted to make, so I'm gonna make another point after this. Yeah. So back then, patriarchy didn't allow women to be social.
Yeah.
So it's like women were.
Or be knowledgeable.
Huh?
Or be knowledgeable.
Yeah. So it's like women were kind of excluded from
Society.
the social.
Gatherings.
To connect with other people.
Yeah, to connect with other people. Yeah, so compared to the modern times, like now, I think that's what the feminists have always been fighting. Women can actually go out there as well and be able to socialize, and have friends and just be social. Because I think being social is one of our primary needs. We should have friends, like support systems, and be other people's support systems. And the second point I wanted to make is that back then, it's like we didn't have any choice when it comes to getting married, both men and women. Because back now my first marriages, so you have to conform when your family says bakuthole ugelo bakubonela ugelo somewhere. You have to accept. And now as ugelo, it's like bakukhulisela ukuthi vele uzothwaliwa. It's like bakukhulisela uba husband.
So wait, was now
I mean uba wife.
So was that now in every household, or was it just some?
No, not every.
Not every household, but
some didn't experience that. Some
they were
didn't
not
have
practicing.
to go.
They
No.
were not practicing.
it's like right now, not everyone practice culture.
Like polygamy also, not everyone is still doing polygamy, but we know that polygamy was a thing back then.
So same as SK, and I show you, it comes back to the they are more about upisana than utanda. Because now in this he considers this is how I feel. I should get married to you because I feel like this, and which little feeling it won't sustain you in that marriage. Because if feeling it doesn't sustain the marriage. But what sustains the marriage is
So that's why manje kunezinto zokuthi so kune divide in the definitions of love. So some people are like, love alone is not enough. And some people are like, love is an action. So now it's a distinction. It's a distinction between like what's the real meaning of love? Is it the feeling that we're feeling, or is it the actions that we take to express whatever we are feeling inside? And constantly, I think it's just constantly being aware of how you should act to express the love, like the feelings that you feel. Like I can say I love you and then it ends there, and then to shit on the side or not show you in any way. Because someone can say they love you and you can still not feel loved by them. So it boils back to action, which is into by we were forward back then, more than how you actually feeling.
So do you then now, based on that, do you think relationships back then lasted way longer than they do now?
Definitely.
It's evident, yeah. What
would you say is the cause of that?
So I'm gonna give you guys a chance to speak. One thing I just need to point out is that right now my relationships with like we are in the hookup culture. So it's like we have sex first and then we decide do we want to be in a relationship or not based on sex. So what I've just realized, I think just this week, I was just thinking, Jamie, sex creates attachment, not connection. And our relationship are mostly based on attachment,
not connection,
less of connections. So that's what I think. That's the difference between now and back then. Back then they were all about
connection,
making things work.
Yeah, that's true. I think more.
And compared to now, like back then to now, and like now we have a cell phone, and something I've always been saying with a cell phone, we always have options.
Distractions, bro. Distractions.
So before Puma relationship,
we are because you're exposed to all.
There's always somebody. Girls will tell you, hey, I know my next boyfriend. I know my next boyfriend while I'm still in this relationship.
You know what? You know why? Love doesn't go right away. You know, I'm not gonna wake up tomorrow and say it's over or whatever. But if you do something that I don't like, I'll be happy and I'll be in that relationship. But in that process, while I'm still in that relationship, already but still I'm gonna be still in that relationship. And that is why it's so easy for me, Uguti. You know what, it's over.
You know, this process you won't get which is the conversation we stand about girls not giving themselves a chance to heal after a relationship. They don't need that because they do that while they're still in a relationship with you.
But I feel like with as much as they're doing it, but it's not being done in a manner that will say they have healed.
They
don't heal.
They
just find a way to move on.
One thing I always told myself, high school I've always been controversial. High school, grade 12, I was like, we don't really move on as people. We just find the closest tree to hide on. And when that shade moves, we move on to the next tree.
Something that can distract you.
That's true.
So we never really stand in the sun and let the sun hit us. It's like we move from shade to shade.
And I think it's very important to heal. So that when I get into that relationship, I won't have to compare
with what you have.
Yes,
that's true.
But it hardly happens though.
It hardly happens.
Like a month or two into your relationship, already you're being told you're not doing what you used to, or you're not doing what I once knew you to actually be capable of doing.
Okay, if now a lady can come to me and say, in a relationship now, give me, because we is being acknowledged through his intestines, right? So if now a girlfriend and me have iti, that means you no longer love me, right? I would understand that. Then now, if now Mina, I was attracted by the way you look. Then now you get comfortable when you get to in this relationship. Then now you're fat. Then now, would you say, I should love you the way I loved you before?
I think there is always a way you can, the polite way to tell your partner, as in.
Let's work on this.
Let's just work on this. As much as I'm able to tell you, hi, as in Pela, Maja, we no longer go out, we no longer do this, you no longer buy me.
But the way as we show a corner, not everyone they will say it politely.
That is
everyone they will say it like they feel like they're entitled to the treatment. It's like because they're entitled to that. But if like they feel like it's in a communication manner, I want my partner to improve in this, so let's communicate in that. Because in a way that I want him to send the same way communication. If maybe I feel like now I'm fat, you want me to communicate with you, right? So now, even now it comes to a point whereby now, even now we have to communicate with me. Now it comes as entitlement. Man, and I'm saying like, yeah, you should treat me like this because you treated me like this before. You're entitled to that, right? But now, if when you're entitled to that, if now I'm feeling like I'm so fat, why should I not say you fat and you should work on that?
You know why?
Yeah.
You know why? Yeah. Because we are operating in a genocentric society, meaning that, in simple terms, it's not about man. It's about making the woman happy. So whatever you say, that's gonna be straightforward. It's gonna hurt women, but women are allowed to say
yes, yeah.
Because you know what?
Yeah.
But it's
Women, we don't cry. We're strong. We can take it.
Which is very wrong. That's very wrong. It's very wrong.
Yeah.
I think men also have feelings.
Yeah, that shit doesn't.
So that's what the modern.
Imagine me telling you, you guys imagine you are so fat.
But when I tell you, like, it's gonna fucking be
it's gonna hurt.
I feel like both parties should be comfortable enough to have those kind of conversations.
And it depends from person to person.
Honestly,
do you guys have a relationship that you can be direct?
If
or
you guys
should
have those kind of conversations, then it will be easy.
There are some comments that you should not take personal. Like you should take them as the way they are. If I'm saying you're fat, you're fat.
Now, Connor, you don't say it aggressively.
You make it a conversation.
You can make it as a joke. You can make it as a joke.
From that, then it starts from that joke and then it builds on. You don't have to be. Come on, man.
But I think independently as men and women, one thing we should understand is that, and this is the truth. I don't care but this is the truth. Men are success objects and women are beauty objects. And that's about it. What do you say?
I was literally.
Okay, I'm gonna just break it down a bit. I don't want to explain it a lot.
But
women value.
Before you explain, can we break it down? Try and understand what you say.
But I'm more concerned with, do you understand it the way he said it or you want it?
I know. I want him to break it down, elaborate, like just a bit.
Okay. Women value success in a man. And men value the looks in a woman. It's biological. So now there's an advice that says, don't marry a man or be with a man because of his potential.
You know the easiest thing to prove what you're saying now, man,
yeah,
especially on the man's side, is like look at a man that has found success and then lost it. In a relationship. And look at how the dynamic changes. Look at how she changes from the minutes. Okay, let's say this relationship started when the guy had everything. And then comes a point where now the guy has nothing. So he's barely finding his feet, but still wants to be part of this relationship. You understand? But now because this female is not getting all that she used to.
No longer been treated the way.
Like that, those experiences are now gone. And so now stuff starts changing. You know, it's either you being moody or you're just telling me with that when you're good for nothing, man. The only thing you can provide is what's between your legs, and that's it. You know, but nothing beyond that. So I feel like those kind of things actually do. What you're saying is not far from the truth.
And alternatively to that, for the female side, what proves Uti men see women as beauty objects is that after she has a kid, his kid, and then obviously weight is a change and everything, and then he starts not seeing her as attractive as before. It's about looks in a way. And for men, it's about success in a way. And not ukuthi izinto vele sizifunayo, like there's a lot that constitutes in deciding
Isn't it crazy that us men start looking at women differently the minute they bear kids?
It's fucked up.
That's crazy because now that's just biology.
It's fucked up.
It's biology. It's not like it's in their control.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
So now why should now we start looking at them differently just because? And it's your kid.
Exactly.
But now
you are the one responsible for that. So you can't.
It took two to tango.
Yeah.
But all of a sudden, it's her fault that she's how she is at that moment. You know.
So that's why I'm saying it's biological, because it's not like decide.
I don't think
it's something
and
I
feel like it's worse now because of the internet age. Because now you see 50-year-olds that have 3 kids but look like they're 20 and have no kids. You know. Now you're comparing your woman to that person.
Not
why? If there was no influence from technology, would you be worried about whoever looks? You wouldn't. You know what I'm saying? Because you know what you know, which is in front of your eyes. Nothing from external influences. You understand?
Comparison.
She looks like she wants to say something.
No, it's just that I think it's comparison, like
compare
so your partner
and
to
the internet is
and also even if it doesn't mean having 2 or 3 or whatever kids like I can still pick myself up and him and even that I don't need to be told yes men will feel somehow after now she looks like this.
So another concern is that modern versus traditional. Ne? So there's this thing of providing. We all know Uchi, as a man, you're known to be the provider. But now that we are in a society whereby men and women have equal access to education, equal access to job opportunities, but now, are we still going to say, Uguti, the man is the provider? And as much as the man, it feels good for me to provide for my girlfriend. It feels good for me to provide for my wife and kids and all of that. And I think as a woman as well, it feels good to nurture your man, to nurture your family, to be treated as the beautiful woman, the caregiver and the beautiful woman in the family, or the man sees you as the only beautiful woman in the house. So do we now still say the man is still the provider? Because feminists now have fought for equality, and now we know it's 50-50. And as men, it's nice that has your back, that can assist you there and all of that. It makes things easier. I mean, the standard of living is high. But now, are we still going to say the man is the provider?
Yeah, we can still say men is the provider. And another thing, most men feel intimidated by a rich woman. I think this thing, even if it's 50-50, or even if the woman is more richer than the other guy, or the woman provides more. I think the
financially.
Financially. The most important thing in a relationship is respect. Whether the man can provide or can't, as long as you respect the man, the relationship can work out. So I think it's all about respect.
And there's differences between men and women. And the things we need. Men don't need love. We need respect. Women don't need respect. They need love.
Yes.
Well, respect, we all respect everyone. But the primary thing women need is not your respect as a man, but it's your love as a man. And I think even in the Bible they say the man should love his woman just like he loves his church. Just like Jesus loved his church. And as a man, the only thing that you need from your woman is respect more than love. So that's one of the things we should understand about the differences now as between men and women. And you want the point men are intimidated by women who are successful or have money. I usually challenge it. Are they intimidated by those women who have money because they have money, or is it because those women have become the men that they want to marry? Because men don't want to be with women that are men. Like men just want to marry or be with a woman that's a woman.
You know what? I get it. A man wants to be the head of the house. Like everything, a woman should be submissive. Yeah. So if I have like everything as a woman, I have money or whatever,
then there's no one to be submissive.
So what's going to happen to that relationship? So that is why most men feel somehow about women who are more successful. But then I think even those women, if they have respect, relationship can always work out. But I think the reason why most relationship they don't work out if the woman is more, it's because of respect. Because now I have everything, obviously.
And
sometimes
you don't see a need to respect.
Okay, in those cases then, in those cases then, would it not then mean that the woman does not need a male figure in her life? Which changes the whole dynamic of a man and a female actually like being in a relationship. Because normally they like, you know what, I don't need love. I can just go find one, just go have fun, you know? Just go have fun with this person and then go back to being a successful, driven woman, you know? And then that's their only focus. But they never really connect with their inner selves and become emotional enough to like let their guard down. You know, they no longer let their guards down and fall in love. The only thing they fall in love with is now success, and they are goal driven, you know, which changes the whole dynamic of relationships and the whole balance. We would say, okay, the woman is this person and the man is this person. Yes, we're not saying women are not supposed to be successful, you know, but they should. I don't. For me personally, I don't think they should then expect men to stay stay traditional when they are no longer playing that part
of being traditional, of having the recipe books that our grandmothers had, not being able to cook the pie, not being able
whatever their parents used to do, basically.
Okay, yeah.
Whatever their parents used to do, or their grandparents used to do. Yeah. They don't follow the same footsteps.
Yeah.
So now how are we then supposed to stay the same? So it becomes double standards. So it becomes double standards.
Maybe the way ngibona khona that in that side ifana nalento ukuthi yabona as ngabantu abamnyama, I compare that to us as black community. As us black community, we hlupheka kakhulu. And once you find success, you make sure that you are well known.
Sure.
Right? You make sure that amachita was a gas with blind to cash. Make sure that even ladies they are aware that I'm the only guy they should come to. Right? So it's the same as when it comes to women. They're being oppressed too much. So success when it comes to them, their ego give birth.
Yeah.
Right? So their ego ikunu kupu, whereby now seba kon good man fig endlini. He knows whatever you were bringing, I can bring it.
I can pull.
So now it become the competition. Wangithola ilento lengisho ukuthi ngicompare as a poverty yethu ukuthi sihlupheke kakhulu once masisiba nemali our ego now iya boost. That's why sosuba sisiqhumelana sisodwa. Wangithola. That's why now once baba nemali they make sure with the person that is next to them, the person was only person who has access to money. Now they can show that I also have access to money. So now we no longer have the power that you had before. Now I can do this and that for myself. So now you should just relax. So you can't tell me anything to do, right? So now I can also make my own decision for myself. So now it destroyed that manhood in a man to say, I used to make decisions for this house because I was able to provide this and that and that and that. Now you can't do that. Now you can't make decision. That's done. So we are up and once umuntu waba exposed one thing for so many years, then once they are being exposed to another thing, the ego comes.
Get change.
Yeah, get change avele. Alone they will never be the same.
Mara, in closing, into kamele siyayazi ukuthi and we acknowledge this like as deeply as we can ukuthi there's differences between male and female, and there's differences between modern relationships and traditional relationships,
yes.
and we should be aware. And I usually say ukuthi I don't know ukuthi ngisho wesingakilento ukuthi we should be redefining what works for us as this generation manje, and not like inherit everything that we've been told.
From the past,
And not be biased.
And not be biased about it, and not and if it is funny equality, it should be something that serves women at their best and serves men at their best, and then that way we can be able to make things move forward. Not lento this is always we playing the blame game. Men did this, men are dogs, men are trash, men are this, men are that, men are not doing this. Yeah, we acknowledge those things, but we can try to teach our sons and our daughters from a very young age how we want things to be between men and women. We are the ones responsible to reshape the upcoming generations. We shouldn't be saying women are doing this, women are doing that, women are doing that, but we should be coming together as men and women and finding ways
to reshape the next generation.
Exactly, and making things work. That's just how I see it.
Because then at the end of the day, in order for us to better reshape the next generation, is to try to cancel out the victim mindset in both genders. If you can remove that from the female part, remove the victim mindset in the male side, we can teach the next generation with women is like this, and men
Come
is
on,
like
man.
this. No, easy.
I'm a photo shoot. Hey.
Isn't that right?
Thank distract. But public indecency. So I had to make that sure,
Yeah, but then at the end of the day, if maybe we can acknowledge we are two different people, then we try to live in one society. Then I think we can find a way that we can teach our next generation, our kids, so that they can find a common ground in order for them to live in one society, in a peaceful one. I think that's the best thing we can do, not for ourselves, but for our next generation, for our children. I don't know what you want to close.
Teach people to play their role. They should play their role. They should play their role. But you should say something. You should say something before. But you want to lento guti one thing Dr. Warren Farrell that point out in his book that says that's titled the boy crisis, which young boys are facing a purpose void, where now boys don't know which as young men what their purpose will be if providing is cancelled out now because women can provide for themselves. Like, we should raise our sons in a way that we should make them understand what role are you going to play in a woman's life, and what role are you going to play in your family.
Okay, I'm going to close based on what you said.
Okay.
So for me, personally, I feel like those kind of conversations can only exist in families where both parents are present.
Exactly.
If you're brought up in a family where the father is missing or the mother is missing, then obviously as a daughter or a son, some values or beliefs are gonna miss. That you're not gonna actually pick up, and you only wanna find them on the streets.
Yeah, definitely.
And it's not the same values you would have found had they been at home.
Yeah.
So those kind of things for me feel like it boils down to just having a solid family structure. And so it's not something that is always achieved, but it's something we always attain. We wish to attain.
Yeah.
And so we all want to be part of a family, a loving family, and raise our kids in a
collective.
Yeah, in a fully like household, you know. But I mean, as they label us as like men are dogs and all of that crap, man. I mean, dog. We can just look at our own experiences, you know, and judge based off that. You can tell whether or not men are or not dogs, you know, for whatever reason, dog. You know, I have my own experiences that would attest to Vele Amachita being Vele crap. You understand? Because I was raised by my mom, and so she played both roles. Yeah, so for me, I don't have that upbringing with okay, this is how a gent is supposed to actually uphold himself. And so I have to figure that shit out for myself.
Exactly.
You understand?
Exactly.
And then take whatever pieces I find from the streets, which is not always right, but only based on what you were brought up
moral
believing.
code.
Yeah, your moral compass will determine which side you will then fall under. If you were brought up well, then you will know, nah, this is not my road. Let me take this left, and then live it towards that direction. But other than that, I feel like it boils down to just gents being present in the lives of
taking full responsibility.
Take responsibility, bro.
Take full responsibility.
Yeah, besides that, I have nothing else in closing.
Yeah.
I mean, I have a short in closing.
It was closer like
Wow.
yeah.
It's unfortunate that the time is not going, like it's not moving backward, but it's moving forward. It's moving forward.
Yeah.
So we got to go with
what is in front of us.
What is in front of us. We can't like stick on the past to go say this is how our grandparents, this is how they were doing this.
Because the times are different.
We redefine.
Like seriously, guys, it's not the same. Things are so different. Like Gakulu, it is so different. And also this thing of 50-50 and stuff. Very 50-50. If my man maybe off, I am expecting him Muguti that day he should cook. Maybe if I'm at work or whatever.
Yeah.
So obviously there's nothing we can do.
That's how we live.
I think this is how we live. If it makes you happy, I'm not gonna talk. Maybe if that doesn't work for them. But if it works for you, if 50-50 works for you, then
it works for you.
Yeah. But all in all, the only thing that which can make our relationship or whatever I'm still gonna say that it's respect. I'm gonna put this in so. I'm sorry.
Thank you. On behalf of all men in the world. Thank you.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you do or whatever.
Yeah.
Men want respect and women want to be treated as queen, and then that's it. That's it.
Thank you.
As
we always say,
take care of yourselves,
take care of
each other,
and take off your pocket.
Let's go.
Take off yourselves and take care of each other and take care of your pockets. This is the Empty Street Podcast and we're signing out.
Shoot to that.
Yes.